I mean, all of the fiat money in the world is depreciating. Some a little bit and some faster. And if you count all the fiat money and you calculate the depreciation that they have, it's a gigantic value.
How TradFi adopt blockchain, right, in that space. So we want to be part of it, so that we, not left out in terms of the solutioning. Yeah.
Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another CYPRX video breakdown. In today's video, we're going to be diving into some groundbreaking fundamentals in the crypto space, particularly in the DeFi niche, showing you all that these financial institutions will be entering into this space.
How do you believe that DeFi and TradFi will become each other's users in the coming years? How do you see that evolving? Ben, I'll start with you.
Sure. I have both personal and I think for the traditional in the bank sense, I'll start with the bank. Look, we're building on the shoulders of giants. A lot of the actual smart contract and other capabilities came from Web3, came from DeFi. Credit where credit's due. Thank you. I mean, this is things that we actually need to provide better customer experiences and new ones. I think that's where the opportunity is that we can take these concepts that have come from Web3 and make it work in a traditional banking setting. These could be anything from the primitives like identity to looking at how we can do decentralized identity, making that work for cross-border type scenarios in a trustworthy manner, and being able to make new programmability on existing real-world assets. That's the big opportunity. Personally, yeah, I use both the bank and I use my crypto and Bitcoin. I mean, I think that many of us are actually in both worlds already, unless you've gone full cypherpunk. And this is where I think we need to get to, is to take more of the ideas that are continually coming out of the public space in Web3 and make that work in regulated institutions.
But do you see TradFi becoming a user of DeFi at some point?
Absolutely. We're already using the smart contract capability for many of our tokenized real-world assets. HSBC has announced here in Hong Kong tokenized bonds. We're also doing tokenized gold. We've also made announcements that we're going to be providing institutional custody. And increasingly, we're going to need to make that work in many, many different regions. These are DeFi primitives that have started in that community, but we can also theoretically, with regulation, make that even work on other ledgers, public permissionless ledgers being a potential option.
Very soon, and they will want access to DeFi solutions through staking, through earning yield on their digital assets, which is yet again another one of the many reasons why you should wake up and start to really learn how to operate in the DeFi space effectively and efficiently. In today's video breakdown, we're going to jump into all of that. I'm going to be playing some video clips and going over some fundamentals that have just recently dropped. If you're new here, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe to the platform. We do appreciate the love and the support. We have reached 30,000 subscribers. And so I just wanted to take a second and thank you all for the love and the support. If you're a CYPRX OG and you've been here since day one, I really do appreciate the love and the support. I seriously could not have done any of the work that we do here at CYPRX without you guys and without your attention. So keep giving it to us. We really do appreciate, again, the love and the support. We've come such a long way. We've been shadow banned. We've been restricted. You guys know the deal, especially if you're a CYPRX OG. So I really do appreciate that. Before I share screen with you guys and we get into the fundamentals, I want to head over here because this is something that is aging extremely well that I posted to you guys back on July 22nd, 2024. And just meditate with me for a second and let me know down in the comments if you can relate. But I said to you guys, and again, think of the current market environment, or depending on when I upload this, the most recent market environment where it's been euphoria. Your friends, your family members, if you've been involved in crypto, have probably been hitting you up. If you're new to crypto, you're scrambling around trying to find good resources. Maybe you're listening to CYPRX for the first time. You came across this video feed because crypto is now trending on your social media applications. Everything's going crazy because the market's been pumping. I said to you guys back on July 22nd, 2024, when the markets were, again, in a very significant downturn, because if you go look back July 22nd, 2024, literally a couple days after the market tanked from $2.4 trillion all the way down to $1.7 trillion into the first week of August. And I said to you guys back on July 22nd, all the people that 98% of the population have been calling a conspiracy theorist are about to be proven right in the next 1 to 3 years, possibly even sooner. How many in-depth, honest researchers have been telling you systemically important infrastructures will start collapsing in order to create demand to usher in the elite's offline digital agenda? This whole time, you should have been studying ESG, tokenization, carbon credits, blockchain, distributed ledger technology, cryptocurrencies, CBDC, stablecoins, artificial intelligence, digital trade finance, digital identity, cold storage wallets, how to survive during a blackout or a systemic banking failure. As we head into 2025, 2027, things are only going to continue to get crazier from here. And the people that have been called crazy for the past 4 years since the onset of the CV-19 crisis, which for a fact accelerated the digital transformation, will be the ones saying, "We told you so." Buckle up, 2024 is the prep year for what is coming. You still have some time to prepare, but most will ignore this message. They will keep themselves sedated with their mainstream bullcrap news feed that is purposefully distracting them from actual reality. Now, fast forward to today. This aged so well because how many people, especially if you've been involved in crypto now, have been getting those messages from family members? Should I get in? What's going on with crypto? Why is everything pumping? Oh my gosh. I tried to warn you guys. This is a part of the plot. And again, I've been right about many other things, not to toot my own horn. It is to warn people. It is to bring light to your attention that things are changing. And if you do not move with the moving tide, you will get left behind. I feel the same way that I felt just about the general market infrastructure back in July of this year when the markets tanked down to $1.7 trillion, that things were about to change, that I do now with DeFi. DeFi is a new wave. Why do I think that is? It is because people are not paying attention. When you talk about DeFi, when you look at the institutional side of the DeFi adoption, not a lot of views, not a lot of attention. People are sleeping on DeFi projects. You don't see projects like Ondo trending on the internet, right? Ondo has been a significant project in our portfolio that we got in back a long time ago because we paid attention to what they were doing on the institutional DeFi side of things. Okay. We're going to get into ETH. We're going to get into some Ondo here. We're going to get into some Stellar XLM in just 1 second. We'll get there. But I just want to show you guys that we're not making this stuff up. This is happening. I said people fading DeFi. But the largest organizations and applications that people use every day are converging with DeFi ecosystems because they know they must adapt or become extinct. DeFi is the new wave. You can see here, Ondo partnered with PayPal, right? PayPal, most likely every single person here listening, unless you're in some jurisdiction that doesn't offer PayPal as an application or a service on your mobile device, you most likely have PayPal on your phone. So you know what PayPal is, right? Like I said, people will fade DeFi. This is why I think it's a trend. It's going to come quick and it's going to bring a lot of money into the system. And some people are going to benefit, some people are not. But PayPal is involved in DeFi. So why on earth, if you mean to tell me that if you have PayPal on your phone right now, you don't know about DeFi? Why not? PayPal does. You got PayPal on your phone. Shouldn't you know what they're doing? Check this out. All right. So this was posted a couple of weeks ago. Nathan Allman, CEO of Ondo Finance, commented, allowing conversions between OUSG and PYUSD, they're stablecoins, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, enhancing our offerings, expanding our clients' choices, and reliable and high-quality settlement solutions that allow them to keep more of their assets on chain. We are excited to be at the nexus of the convergence between traditional finance and DeFi. Do you know how massive a statement that is, right? And then here it goes on to say, Ondo Finance is known as a pioneer in the tokenization of real-world assets and is the first tokenized U.S. Treasuries platform to surpass $600 million in TVL. OUSG, sorry about these acronyms, marked a milestone as the first tokenized U.S. Treasuries fund and offers qualified investors. Again, this is people with much more money than you and I. They know about DeFi. Qualified investors, instant 24/7 subscriptions and redemptions, daily interest accruals, boom, right there, that is yield, low fees, and multi-chain availability, including Ethereum and Solana. The majority of its portfolio is held in BlackRock USD Institutional Digital Liquidity Fund. So these qualified investors can come on this platform and they can earn yield through daily interest accruals. Do you see that right there? And again, PayPal just partnered with this organization. So take into consideration when I'm sitting here and I'm telling you guys, people will fade DeFi. You'll see on the internet and amongst the influencer community, oh, DeFi is a scam. It's not real. It's not happening. You can't use it. Da, 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 da. No, that is the wrong mentality. Do research on it. Dig deeper. Get past the bullcrap wall that you've been fed and led to believe, and get understanding how you can get your digital assets working for you. I'm telling you guys right now, whether that's through stablecoin yield, whether that's through liquidity providing, yield farming, whether that's through staking, whether that's through just, there's so many different avenues again that you can take towards DeFi. It's not just one approach wins all. You have to learn a strategy. You have to learn the ins and outs, but it is happening. I just wanted to bring that to everybody's attention, because if we remember, we come over here 4 weeks ago. I played this video clip for you all. Listen to this reputable individual from a large institution, AsiaNext, Euroclear, SBI Digital Markets, and Chainlink, all sitting on stage. So these are all financial institutions. Listen to what this guy says about how if they do not get involved, they must, because if not, they risk falling behind. Take a second and listen.
Agora doing the same thing with cross-border payments. I think these serve to give what I call conviction to the markets that regulators are behind it, the technology works. These are being deployed in real-world cases, right? So in terms of market participants like us, we kind of look at these projects and pilots as something that we want to participate in as well, because we want to be actively involved in reshaping market structure, giving solutions that fit what the market wants, especially in how TradFi adopt blockchain, right? In that space, so we want to be part of it, so that we, not left out in terms of the solutioning. Yeah.
Tom?
Boom. That is literally coming from an individual from AsiaNext, a large organization in this space. And he just said regulators are standing behind it, that the technology works, that they must participate, or they have a risk of falling behind. You cannot make this more clear, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. And this video has 1,000 measly little views. There are millions of people in crypto and billions of people on this earth, which is again why I'm trying to show you guys that this is the stuff that nobody's paying attention to. Go look at what's trending on the internet right now. It's going to be barely anything related to DeFi. It's going to be moonboy bullish targets of individuals and YouTubers telling you guys that XRP is going to $30 and that's where they're selling their XRP at. They are manipulating you into thinking that the road to wealth is selling your digital assets to fiat currency, back into a decaying, dying fiat traditional system.
I mean, all of the fiat money in the world is depreciating. Some a little bit and some faster. And if you count all the fiat money and you calculate the depreciation that they have, it's a gigantic value. And
again, remember, all the banks are migrating from the traditional system to the new digital financial system. So why on earth would you do the opposite as a retail trader if that's not what the banks are doing? The banks, they're going to be utilizing their digital assets in this new digital infrastructure to earn yield, to hold on to their digital assets into these multi-billion-dollar, million-dollar portfolios and be earning yield. Why would you not want to do the same thing? And let me continue to show you. So Sergey Nazarov, co-founder of Chainlink, listen to what he says about how institutions, again, this is from a month ago, has 246 views. Institutions will gravitate towards wanting more yield. They know that DeFi yield will offer them better opportunities. Take a second and listen.
There's a lot more adoption in the TradFi world. So CCIP seeks to be a messaging and value transfer mechanism across both Web3, DeFi, and TradFi capital markets to get them to interact with each other in useful, valuable ways. Because the value from TradFi capital markets will be the biggest user base of Web3 DeFi. Because Web3 DeFi will have risk appetite to create bigger yield than the traditional world. And if even a very small percentage of the multi-$100 trillion traditional finance world, which believe me, that world is full of people that want to take more risk for more yield, want to gain access to that DeFi yield.
Please tell me you all heard that. This man has met with some of the world's largest organizations, literally has collaborated with Swift, who is partnered with over 2,000 financial institutions, and he just took a pause on stage. This video breakdown, again, has 246 views, and he said, trust me and believe, these institutions are going to want access to DeFi yield.
Which, believe me, that world is full of people that want to take more risk for more yield, want to gain access to that DeFi yield.
Do you think that he would just say that in front of a whole bunch of people if he didn't know something behind the scenes? Ladies and gentlemen, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe. Nobody is paying attention to this. I used to be the type of person that thought that in the future, this was probably back 4 years ago in my career in investing. I thought, you know what? The road to riches is to sell for fiat, to buy real estate, to buy or open up a business and retire off passive income. Wrong. That whole entire game and way and mindset of investing in the traditional realm, buying real estate, opening up Airbnbs, maybe getting the parking lot, getting some laundromats, whatever the traditional way of investing you thought you were going to do, all of that has to change now. Again, a portion of it can stay depending on your strategy, but like, you understand what's happening to us now? We are in the transformation where these digital assets that we're accumulating now will be able to be utilized in the future in the DeFi ecosystem to earn us much higher yields and returns on our investments just by utilizing the digital assets in DeFi than going and getting stuck back in traditional finance and things like real estate, business ownership, whatever it is that you want to do in the traditional realm. You're going to be able to do all that digitally through DeFi. Okay. That's how big this is. Please, people, you got to wake up. So you heard that Sergey Nazarov on stage mentioning institutions are going to want access to yield, and look at what just dropped. So now let me get the ball. I'm trying to just get the brain juices flowing to show you guys as much info as I'm picking up that I can show without taking up too much of your time. Okay. Look, 5 hours ago, this just came out. Staking may come soon for US Ether ETFs. Oh, didn't I play a video clip saying that these large institutions are going to be able to earn yield through staking on these ETFs months ago?
And so now with that seal broken, we can chart the path forward where you start to say, okay, are we going to continue to have a series of single asset ETFs? Is every token going to get an ETF, or over time, are we going to start to see diversification strategies? I mean, in large part, the point of the ETF vehicle is to combine a set of investment strategies and make that available. And so I'm really excited for what the future holds around starting to see income generating ETFs like that might be able to come from the staking assets being allowed to stake within those products.
I know I did. And now look at what's unfolding. United States Ethereum exchange traded funds may soon feature staking yield, according to a December 2nd report by Bernstein's research. We believe under a new Trump 2.0 crypto-friendly Securities and Exchange Commission, ETH staking yield will likely be approved. Do you know how massive this would be? This would be one of those things that ignites so much capital into this space. As of December 2nd, staking ETH yields approximately 3.1% annualized percentage returns, denominated in ETH, according to a stakingrewards.com report. We think ETH yield can juice up to 4 to 5% at elevated activity levels on the Ethereum blockchain network, Bernstein said. Now, let me just go and take your attention towards who, again, this is just a generic Google list of the institutions that have filed for a Ethereum ETF. All right, BlackRock, Fidelity, Franklin Templeton, Grayscale, VanEck, 21 shares, Bitwise. You guys get the picture. Big ones. Not all of them, again, or maybe even haven't publicly been displayed this information, but there's a very large amount. All right. Understand that what I'm trying to show you guys is coming into fruition and nobody's tapping into this. Sergey telling you guys institutions are going to want yield. The gentleman on stage from large organizations in this space telling you all that they're going to adapt to these technologies or they're going to get left behind, right? PayPal offering yield solutions, so on and so forth. Okay. And now all of a sudden, this is that piece from Bernstein's research. ETH staking yield may be coming soon. The ETH ETF approval excluded the ability of asset managers to offer the underlying ETH yield to ETH ETF holders due to regulatory limitations. So if they approve this, this will be massive. And you heard the individual on stage say that regulators are standing behind this. This is inevitable. This is the research nobody wants to show you guys. This will happen. We believe under the new Trump 2.0 crypto-friendly SEC, ETH staking yield will likely be approved. It will be approved. It's just a matter of time. Okay. And if you guys remember, I shared this video clip of an individual on stage. I said, remember, DeFi brought utility to ETH. Take a second and listen. This is going to play an important role once we start to talk about XLM and Stellar.
Right. Now, years ago, DeFi actually brought utility to ETH, right? Now, if you're holding ETH, you can lend it, you can borrow, you can stake, you can do so many things years ago. DeFi actually...
He said you can lend it, you can borrow it, you can stake it. And remember that one video clip of that gentleman on stage that said smart money is not going to leave lending and borrowing on the table, right? They know exactly what's happening. So I said, remember, DeFi brought utility to ETH. Notice how utility coins like XRP, XLM, Algo, HBAR are performing very well this month, or this past month. It'll be December once I upload this, but in November, right, they performed extremely well. Well, have you looked at their DeFi developments? They have all been cooking. Each of these assets that are starting to pump have started lending, borrowing, staking, and even liquidity providing services. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. But again, remember, Jenny Johnson, Franklin Templeton, they're building on the Stellar blockchain. What did she say about regulators wanting to stake as well? Take that into consideration that ETH staking is about to get approved. Take a second and listen.
Ended up built in. And so we had to run and build the capabilities there. And so we ended up building this huge infrastructure. We have now actually made the decision to outsource that recently because honestly, the service providers have now caught up on that. However, when you come into the digital asset space, when we were first looking to launch the tokenized money market fund, there weren't service providers out there. So we said, okay, we need to build this. And then as I mentioned earlier on staking, look, I think if you're going to be participating in this space, people are going to have to be staking. It's going to be part of how you're doing it. I think regulators are going to end up staking because they're going to look at it and say, wow, this gives me unbelievable transparency into the transactions. If I need to regulate, the best way to do it would be to be staking on these platforms.
And you think she doesn't know insider information or information about this space that most people don't know? She is literally the CEO of one of the largest asset managing firms on the, like, what? Come on now. And you heard what she said. Regulators are going to be staking. And you see the developments. This is, by the way, a video clip that's from like 3-4 months ago. Okay. And now what do we see today? ETH staking is most likely going to get approved. You heard the gentleman say, you know, DeFi services brought utility to ETH. Well, the reason why I brought up Franklin Templeton being partnered with Stellar, okay, because what just happened? I told you guys that Stellar, XLM, HBAR, they never had any DeFi ecosystems before. Buckle up, because this bull run that we're about to experience is different, because each of these ecosystems, XRPL, Stellar, Hedera, they all have well-developed, and if not, are becoming well-developed DeFi ecosystems. For example, what was posted back in August 28th, 2024. This is from EZA. They posted, DeFi is evolving and it's taking its first steps into the real world. Leading this evolution is the Stellar organization. With smart contracts now on Stellar and its huge ecosystem of on and off ramps, we now have the opportunity to build real world DeFi. And this is back from August 28th. Keep in mind where the market was back in August, below $2 trillion. And I was warning everybody about this back in July. Okay. You guys can see the timestamps. That's what the timestamps are important. Here at CYPRX, we're all about doing that. It's not about tooting my own horn. It is about showing you guys that our stuff ages very well. Well, if we fast forward to today, what just happened? So I went over July. I was telling you guys about XLM DeFi. Showed you guys in August, XLM DeFi, when I reposted that tweet from EZA. Can XLM price hit $1 as DeFi TVL and open interest soars? This is from November 29th, 2024, but let's pay attention to detail. Its most recent quarterly report showed that Stellar handled 103 million payment transactions, making it the second biggest blockchain after Solana. Meanwhile, data also showed that Stellar's total value locked in decentralized finance, or DeFi, has jumped to a record high of $60 million, with Franklin Templeton's fund asset included, has over $300 million in assets. And you heard Franklin Templeton CEO mentioning DeFi and staking. Well, look at this. The network's assets in DeFi are much lower in any other chains like Base and Soy because it is a relatively new project. Stellar, okay, keep in mind, again, a DeFi ecosystem, it's new. So think about what I just showed you guys. If DeFi brought utility to ETH, and ETH is where it's at now, if you go look at the DeFi Llama website, you can see how much TVL is locked on ETH. Imagine when that TVL is locked on Stellar, what the price is going to be at. This is such a massive opportunity. And imagine people sell their Stellar for fiat when in reality, you could just use your Stellar in the DeFi ecosystem to earn passive income so you never have to sell for fiat. Again, you had worked so hard to acquire all these XLM tokens, and then in the future, you're just going to sell them back for fiat? Ask yourself the question, what is your goal? What are your intentions? Everybody's attempting to try to become a crypto millionaire. How are you going to survive long term? You think it's going to be selling back into the traditional financial system? Again, by all means, take that route if that's the mindset that you have. But I'm here to show you that to some degree, there is another route that you could take to maintain and expand that digital wealth in the future. And that's if you don't want to do it in the now, which is available to you as well. But the DeFi ecosystem on Stellar and XRPL, as an example, aren't as mature as other ecosystems like Base or Solana or Ethereum, right? So again, you have to learn how to navigate these markets. You have to learn how to navigate in DeFi if you want to survive, just like these financial institutions are going to have to learn how to navigate in DeFi if they want to survive. I hope that today's video breakdown shed some light on that, showed you guys again that some of the things that we're discussing and talking about here at CYPRX are going to continue to age very well over the next consecutive couple of years, because we don't pump out any hopium and hype here. We just do research. As always, many blessings to you guys. If you all are new here, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe. We do appreciate the love and the support. Don't forget, we still got the holiday discount code running up until December 31st for the Wealth 28 Club DeFi University. If you guys want to come tap in with us, you guys want to learn about DeFi, you want to see how we're deploying thousands of our own dollars into the DeFi ecosystem to earn passive income, come head over to CYPRXtrading.com and check us out. Tap in with us. We'd love to have you on the team. Many blessings to you guys. As always, be cognizant, be aware out there. Make sure you guys are really tapping into the right information, because those individuals that do will be the ones that survive long term. I will see you guys in the next video breakdown.